All right. Hello, everybody. We are back for the third annual I Am Norwood candidate interviews. This year, the Norwood Board of Education candidates exclusively, since nobody is competitively running on the mayor and council side. So, with that, I want to introduce everybody first to candidate Peter Rinaldi. Pete, good evening.
Hey, everybody. What's up? Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us here. My head's getting cut off. Let me just adjust that. Okay, there we go. All right, let's jump into some questions. Make the most of your time. Just to explain, why are you doing this? What motivates you, just generally, to be doing this right now?
I mean, it's pretty, for me, it was an easy decision. I have three kids in the school, the same school that I was able to attend from kindergarten through eighth grade with my three siblings. And just an amazing experience growing up, preparing us to go to Northern Valley Old Japan High School. And my children so far, they didn't start at kindergarten, not all of them at least. My youngest one did. Um,
Okay.
but so far, the experience has been a really good one, and some great changes have been implemented. And I want to be a part of the growth that I can see coming down the pike.
Okay. And we were talking about this offline, but where did you grow up and attend elementary school and high school, just for those who don't know?
So I grew up in Norwood, kindergarten through eighth grade, attended high school at Northern Valley Old Japan, and then I went off to college, which took me down a few different paths. Some college, some work, some college, some work, and
Okay.
landed me where I am today.
Okay. Excellent. And what, if anything, did you take away from your childhood education here that you see as being applicable today?
The teachers, honestly, when I think about the school, I think about how amazing all the teachers were. I mean, I I feel like in my older age, I
Huh.
forget things here and there. But
I've
if
been
you ask
there.
me what teacher I had in what grade for what class, I'm going to be able to tell you.
Yeah, that does.
Teachers really made an impact.
Amen to that. Matter of fact, I added my second grade teacher to Facebook like 2 years ago, and now she's joking with me on my birthday about bringing munchkins to her classroom. That was the old tradition there. What, if anything, do you see as the biggest issues facing Norwood Public School at the present time?
It's funny enough. I still think it relates to the teachers. I feel that keeping retaining good teachers, finding good teachers to retain is something that I want to be a big part of. Children need consistency, and just my own three children have seen little bits of changes as granted, we came into the school, COVID happened. That didn't make things easy for anybody.
Right.
But if there's one constant we can have, it's going to be teachers that are here for the full year, or teachers that are that you can look forward to your younger children having after your older children have had them. And I know there are ways to keep those teachers here, and I definitely think I want to be a part of those decisions being made.
Okay. And I think you may have just half answered my next question. Name one thing you would like to see Norwood Public School put more taxpayer money towards.
Teachers.
There it is. Okay. All right. Flip side, what, if anything, do you want to see Norwood Public Schools spend less taxpayer money on?
Well, I mean, listen, I wouldn't say there's anything in particular that I want to see less money being put towards,
Mm,
but being fiscally responsible is something that I'm a big proponent of. So I want to make sure that I'm part of the team that is making decisions to say, yes, this year at this time we're ready to spend the money on item A, and we'll put item B on the back burner, and when its time comes and we have to put money towards it, we will.
okay. Okay. Give me the topic of one class or period that you'd like to see added to Norwood Public School and why.
One class or period added. Well, one thing that we never learned about when I was there, I don't believe they're teaching it now, is actually has to do with money. I mean, it would be great to teach the children about money, about saving, about investing. From a young age, if you plant that seed, I think children are going to look at having, $10 in their piggy bank as something more than, I'm going to take this to the store to buy a toy or a candy or ice cream or whatever it is. Hopefully they're going to look at it as, maybe if I put another 10 or $20 in this piggy bank, I can invest it in something more. So it'd be awesome if we could implement some kind of program or curriculum for that.
Okay, and semi-relatedly, name something you'd like to see added as an enrichment or after-school activity, and why?
Huh. Um, I mean, there's so many things. You know what? I gotta say the thing that just popped in my head when you asked me that I'm seeing popping up everywhere now, but I haven't seen it for kids so much is pickleball. So everybody's playing pickleball, but I don't know if the kids are playing it quite yet. So maybe pickleball.
You actually jumped ahead to one of my extracurricular questions. Pickleball, why? Explain to me why this is a thing.
I've never played it. I'm a big sports guy. If there's a competitive edge to it, I want to be involved. That's one sport I have not tried yet, though.
Okay,
So I
okay,
can't answer why, but I guarantee that if I play it, I'll be able to answer
okay. Wow, you called me on that one.
it.
I try to stay current in here, and there you go. What, if anything, would you like to see Norwood Public School do differently with regard to special needs children?
What do I think Norwood could do differently with special needs children?
If anything.
Honestly, I I feel that Norwood handles the special education programs, special needs programs extremely well. I think it's one of our strongest suits. So I don't think there's anything right now that they could do differently, to be perfectly honest with you.
Okay. You could unilaterally change any one Norwood Public School policy that you're aware of. What would it be? Emperor Pete, change something on about Norwood school policy. What would it be?
Um, I don't know. I think that that's a tough one. I mean, the policies that are in place right now, I mean, I feel like they're all there for a really good reason. Obviously, over the years, things get amended or, you know, maybe, changes are implemented here and there. Nothing really pops out that I think, yeah, we need to change this immediately or we need to change this right away. I really like the direction the school has headed in the last couple
Okay.
of years. And yeah, I don't, nothing really sticks out to me
All right. How about on the state level? If you had the ability to single-handedly amend or rewrite New Jersey's mandates as to handling harassment, intimidation, and bullying matters, what would you want to change, if anything?
Yes, see, that's a pretty sensitive topic. Honestly, I kind of feel that maybe bullying or the way bullying is defined needs to be broadened. I feel like it's you know I feel that if a child is in a situation where they're being put down, where there's any kind of like condescending um, implementations or anything like that. I mean, I feel like it's something that needs to be addressed, whether or not it's actually bullying, classified as bullying. I don't know. I just think that when I say broadened, you know, I think bullying can be. I know I'm kind of going in circles here. Bullying can be defined in so many different ways that yeah, I don't know. I feel I'm going in circles. What I'm trying to say. I'm not able to get out. So I feel that bullying, honestly, is you can be able to edit some of this stuff too. Hopefully,
It's all raw, but I think everybody is probably similarly,
yeah. I mean, listen. I just feel like listen when it comes to bullying, it's something that really needs to be taken seriously. Every form of it. I guess that's what I really am trying to say.
you're
Whatever
saying
form of
verbal, physical, the whole.
yeah, like whatever it is. I don't love the fact that it has to be data recorded and people have to there's actually decisions made as to whether or not it's bullying. I mean, listen, if a child is being harassed, if a child is being picked on, there's any kind of, picking on, condescending, or anything like that, it's something that needs to be taken seriously because kids take that in a different way. The victims of it, they don't handle it all the same way. So something that might seem, less harmful to one child might be seriously harmful to another child.
Right,
So,
right.
sorry for the real long-winded answer. I'm trying to understand.
That's
I was trying to
worthy.
get that out. I just couldn't.
Okay. Okay, well, long-winded answer is followed by long-winded question. Got to bear with me on this one.
That's okay.
Based on actual events, here's a hypothetical with a question at the end. A child is observed bringing a lighter into a classroom. The teacher tells him or her to simply put it away, but does not confiscate it. 5 minutes later, the same child lights another child's hair on fire with the lighter. The child is then hospitalized and requires a course of psychological care. Break down the issues you see facing the school thereafter.
I mean, the first thing that sticks out is the lighter should have been taken away from the kid. Second thing should have happened. The child's family should have been called, right? Why is your child bringing a lighter to school? Um, the fact that a child was injured, and I mean, I don't know, obviously how bad this injury hypothetically we're talking about, but it could have been pretty severe to
Right.
the point where that child had to have, there was mental effects, not only physical effects or injuries. But yeah, I feel that that's something that could have been handled, nipped in the bud at a very early stage before it got out of hand. So, yeah, that's something that better safe than sorry in a situation like that. Don't leave it up to the child to follow the direction of hiding it, putting it away. Just get it out of their hands.
Okay. Okay. Um, let's see. I'm going to transition to some of the more miscellaneous questions here. Uh, hey, got me on that one already. I was going to ask you about pickleball. That's a real one written down. All right. Let's see. This one might offend some people, but I need your honesty.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm running for election here. I can't be offending anybody. I'm just
Right.
kidding. I'll be as genuine as I can for sure.
Okay. Were you ever especially happy when you received Smarties or Mounds on Halloween growing up?
I'm a huge coconut guy. So
Okay.
I love mounds. I actually like almond joys better. So coconuts and nuts are two of my favorites. So I was more of an almond joy, but Smarties I would give away. Mounds I was searching through all my siblings and friends' bags.
Okay, that answers part two of my question. Have you ever just wanted to send your child back out on Halloween if they came home with Smarties?
100%.
Excellent. All right. Here's a hypothetical that is and is not a little off the wall because you never know what people are going to come to school board with at times.
Mm-hmm.
Pretend I'm a parent who attends every school board meeting and is virulently in favor of bringing back the use of dunce caps on wayward children. What, if anything, would be your objection to this suggestion as a polite response to them?
Oh man. I mean, I would hate for it to be implemented for the simple fact of I think discipline can be handled where a child isn't a spotlight isn't put on them in front of their peers. Things can be handled behind closed doors. It's unnecessary embarrassment. But I mean, it's a funny thought. Don't get me wrong. I think it's hysterical. And if it was done not to embarrass, not for pure discipline, and maybe more for humor, okay, maybe there's a way that it could be implemented. But no, I don't think that would be a good idea.
Okay. I'm actually going to add a new one here just because we do have some time, which suggests that the other ones might go longer too. And you kind of got into this at the PTO ones, which I usually don't have the benefit of, but tell me your thoughts on the status of the current language program at Norwood.
So I answered that question first at the event, and I'll say it the way I said it there. If you're teaching a child about a new culture, um, a new language at a very young age, you're stimulating that child's brain. I mean, the cognitive function that's coming out of that child just from learning about that language, regardless of what the language is. But now on top of it, you have the language is being taught and the culture that's being taught. The children are going to school with, 50% of their classmates are from that culture. I mean, that's pretty awesome. From both sides too. I feel like from the Korean community, I mean, now you're able to teach all of your peers and your classmates more about where you came from and your background versus, and not versus, but then you're taking all these children who maybe or have wondered about that culture, and now they get to enjoy and embrace where where they came from, and how they were brought up and their families.
That's okay. Okay. Back to some of the more freestyle ones here. Mario or Cousins? Explain yourself.
Oh, wow. I hope now this one I might offend some people with. I'm a big pizza guy.
uh,
Okay. And I love pizza. I say I'm a big pizza guy. I don't eat it as much as I would like to. Um, but I go out of town to get pizza.
okay.
Not usually Nora, but if I had to pick between the two, Mario's hands down.
Okay. Okay. Now, speaking of out of town pizza, since you are from, spent some time out on Long Island, have you ever been to Geno's of Ronkonkoma, which I don't think is that far
Oh
from
yeah.
you?
Oh yeah. We used to order from there all the time.
That's the goods, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I just went there
Definitely the goods.
after court a few months ago. I loved it. I've been
Oh,
hearing about
amazing.
it forever.
Hmm. Dave Portnoy, One Bite, Dave Portnoy,
Yep.
he says that Long Islanders can't make pizza. I don't agree with him at all.
No, I can't get with that. I don't think you went
No,
to the
no,
right
no.
places. Give me some of your places on Long Island while we have a few minutes here.
Oh man. I can't remember the names. There was one, so we lived in a town called Greenlawn, and there was one in Greenlawn. And it was like a hole in the wall. But the pizza that came out of it was so good. It was a couple of old Italian brothers that made it,
Yeah.
two or three brothers. It was in a little shopping center, and the pizza that came out of there was just unbelievable. Like awesome. Whether you got it at the counter or you got a fresh steak home.
Ever have La Piazza in Merrick or Fanatico's in Jericho?
No, I don't think I ever had any of those.
That's my shameless plug for those two. Those are pretty good too.
Nice.
Um, Random Norwood question. What is the lowest temperature which you would allow your child to wear shorts to school?
Listen, if they want to wear shorts when it's 30 degrees out or 0 degrees, they're going to deal with the consequences. We let them know the weather every morning when they wake up, and let them make the decision on what they're going to wear. But I
Okay.
won't make them wear a jacket.
That's a question I'm always wrestling with when I'm at drop off. I'll tell my girls to wear a jacket, then I'll see shorts, and I'm not sure what to tell them afterwards. So,
Same here.
let me see. Well, give us. Is there anything that maybe I didn't cover you'd want everyone to know about you and your candidacy and what you'd bring to the table here?
Yeah, you know what? I would say I didn't get a chance to say this at the meeting last week, but you know, I I'm definitely pro keeping good teachers in the school system and doing whatever we can while being fiscally responsible to keep those teachers here. But it's not just the reason I feel that way so much is I have so many teachers in my family. My wife has teachers in her family, and I know what teachers put into the children. There's a lot of love there. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and love on top of that. And they really enjoy what they do, and they just always super positive, and they want to see the best in their students. So I honestly, um, I'm a big proponent of doing whatever it takes to make sure that our kids have the teachers that they need in the school.
Okay, okay. Now, guess that leaves us one last thing. I'm just inviting you to look in the camera, state your name, and then state that I am Norwood.
That's it, just like that,
Oh,
like
yeah,
this, like I am Pete Rinaldi, and I am Norwood.
there it is. Beautiful. Thanks for joining us, Pete.
Thanks, Paul. I appreciate having me. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.